Well, hello, Asheville. We're going to be interrupting that record guy for some fun entertainment. We have a theater group in here, and it's a bunch of kids, and we're delighted to have them here. We've got the Asheville Junior Theater that are putting on a production, The Wizard of Oz Youth Edition, coming up this weekend at not Diana Wortham Theater, it's the Wortham Theater. And we have Kelly Haas here, who is the boss lady of this group.
Yes.
And Kelly, how did you get started doing this?
Well, I like being the boss of anything, so that's probably how I got started. About 2 years ago, I felt like, I moved here from California, and I felt kind of like Asheville was really missing the type of theater company that I was involved with in California. And I thought, what should I do? Of course, at that time, I had a 4-month-old baby, and I decided I'm going to start a theater company. I have a daughter who's really talented, and she, at the time, was in the middle of COVID, and there was just really nowhere for her to perform. And I just, she has such a passion for theater, and I saw like a little light dying inside of her when she was, on Zoom all the time, practicing and that type of thing. So I started a theater company, and we've been going now for about 2 years, and we're working on right now our 4th show.
Okay, and so this show it reads like this. This is the intro. Prepare for an enchanting journey down the yellow brick road as Asheville Junior Theater kicks the original Wizard of Oz up a notch with a bluegrass Appalachian Asheville adaptation.
Yes.
It's the classic story with a creative twist in a very familiar setting. Asheville, you are going to love this.
Yes.
This timeless classic reimagined for young performers promises an evening filled with vibrant characters, whimsical sets, and unforgettable music as the young talents of Asheville Junior Theater transport you to the fantastic land of Oz. Be prepared to embark on an adventure that transcends generations. And so we have the straw girl here,
Scarecrow, yep.
the scarecrow here, the lion, and we have the Tin Man. So the Scarecrow, how did you get into theater?
So I actually got into theater because my dance teacher decided she was going to start a theater company, and at this time I lived in California. And then I got into theater, and I was just enchanted and loved it so much, and I was about 6 years old, and I've continued ever since.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And the lion here.
So I got into theater because my mom was the choreographer. She signed me up for the show, and then after I did the show, I found out that I had a passion for theater, and I really loved it. And that's how I got into theater. Doing my first ever show and finding that I have a passion for theater. Let's
go into that again because you're a little low on volume here. So speak a little louder for it to go into the radio. So tell the people again why you're here.
So I got into theater because my mom is the choreographer, and she signed me up for one of the shows. And after doing that show, I figured out that I have a passion for theater, and I really enjoyed it, and I loved doing it. And that's how I got into theater.
And now we've got the Tin Man. How'd you get into this?
Ever since I can remember, I've loved being in front of people, whether that be dance or public speaking. So theater just kind of seemed like the natural next step, take it up a notch.
Cool. So how did you get chosen to be the Tin Man?
Well, it's kind of funny. Well, Dorothy, broke her leg, unfortunately. So then they moved the now Dorothy, who was the Tin Man, up to play Dorothy. And then they asked me to fill in the role.
So that break a leg thing in theater is actually what happened.
Yeah.
So how do you go about choosing, Kelly, how do you go about choosing the plays that you're going to do?
Oh my gosh. Well, I spend a lot of time agonizing over it with my choreographer and my musical director. There's so many different facets that come into making that decision of what show to do. We do have children in our theater company ages 8 to 18. So we, try to find shows that are exciting and fun for the 8-year-olds, yet also not boring and terrible for the 18-year-olds who are involved. And there's so many things that go into choosing a show. Will the audience love it? Will we have fun doing it? Will we feel inspired by it? And, that's kind of how I chose choose every show. And in fact, when we did choose The Wizard of Oz, I was at a meeting with my musical director and my choreographer, and I was like, guys, the show is so classic and so amazing, but it's been done 1,000 times. Like, what can we do differently? How can we make it different? And that's how we came up with the Appalachian bluegrass centered show, is that, you know, people in Asheville love Appalachia. They love their music, their bluegrass music. And we wanted to say, you know, what could we do? And let's make this a little unique. And that's kind of where we went with it, which has been really fun. We have a local band from WNC coming called the Well Drinkers, and we're really excited to have them. They're bringing an added element to the show that we've never done before. So we're really excited to have that bluegrass band.
Yeah, your information says the Well Drinkers, who combine traditional roots of their Appalachian region with progressive instrumentation and songwriting. This show will knock your socks off.
Yes, we will knock your socks off for sure.
Yes.
One of the other things that's unique about Asheville Junior Theater is that we believe that we're not really junior theater. We think we're like off Broadway. And so we go really big with costumes, sets, and props, and have a huge production value. You know, every bit of dollars that we take in, we're a nonprofit, we put back into the show to make it amazing. We have an awesome set designer named Megan Lowe Markowitz, who is currently, you know, at the set shop right now, working so hard to make amazing farm scenes, Oz land incredible and magical. So we know the people in Asheville will love to see this because it's just so exciting. We just did Finding Nemo a few months ago, and when the curtain opened for the first time at the beginning of the show, people gasped and clapped because they couldn't believe the sets and the props and the costumes. So,
Fascinating.
yes.
So, are you finding that you have a lot of support in the community for this endeavor?
I do think we have a lot of support. You know, we do have to work very hard to sell out our shows. We always sell out our shows at Wortham. We have to work really hard with grassroots marketing, from the kids passing out flyers. You know, we do a billboard in town. You know, we love to do media and radio shows and all that. We do have a great amount of support, but we could always use more. We just became a 501c3 this past summer. And so we would love, anybody's out there listening that loves children's theater. You know, some of the things that we do are look for community volunteers to be ushers for the show, community volunteers to help out backstage as crew. We're looking for money. Anybody who ever wants to give money and donate to an amazing children's theater company, we're happy to take money, and it always goes to a good cause. So yeah, great community support, but we would love more for sure.
Set designers,
set builders,
costume
makers. We, you know, the Lions costume right here. We had this woman named Kim Freeman who loves to sew. She contacted me for the last show, and she made a bunch of fins and things for Nemo and costumes. And this time she came in and made the lion, took apart a couple of wigs, added a bunch of stuff, you know, took an old robe she had from her closet and reinvented it to make it look like the lion's pants. So any community volunteers that are out there that want to help with theater, please contact me at Asheville Junior Theater. We'd love any help you would ever want to give.
Well, I have to say she's done an amazing job on the wig for the lion girl. And on radio you can't see it, but we are also live on Facebook, and we'll be sharing this with the community and your page.
Yes.
And we probably will upload it to YouTube too.
Yeah.
And so you young actors and actresses can also share with spread this around to your friends,
right?
Because now that we have social media and we have the internet, we can get the word out a lot more if we share things to our friends.
Yeah, it would be great. You know, we are almost sold out. We've got some tickets left for Saturday night at 6 p.m. and a few scattered tickets here and there. But we could use help always spreading the word, so we do sell out. So yeah,
I'm going to give the events now, and I'm going to give them again at the end.
Yes.
So the event is the Wizard of Oz Youth Edition, January 20th and 21st, 2024. Times at 2 and 6 p.m. at Wortham Theater for the Arts, Asheville. And so about the Asheville Junior Theater Foundation.
Yes.
I keep wanting to slip in Junior League in there for some reason.
It's okay. Whatever you want to call us, just call us anything. We're cool.
Asheville Junior Theater Foundation. Asheville is a nonprofit dedicated to nurturing the creative spirit of young performers and providing quality theatrical experiences for the community. With a commitment to excellence, the company aims to inspire, and entertain audiences of all ages. And you have a website? Do you have a website?
I do. I keep listening to these things that you're reading, and I'm like, wow, this sounds amazing. I can't believe I can't believe I wrote that. Sounds
Yeah,
great.
yes.
Yes, our website is AshevilleJuniorTheater.com. You can find us on Facebook or Instagram at Asheville Junior Theater, all one word.
So do you have any little clips on NC that
Oh, yes.
show,
We have tons. Yeah.
theatrical stuff playing,
Yes, if you-
practicing,
Right. If you go to our
messing
Instagram,
around?
yeah, on our Instagram or Facebook page, we have a volunteer parent who's been helping us with social media. Her name's Jennifer Wilson, and she's been coming to rehearsals, taking video, taking footage, interviewing kids, talking to kids. We have basically 5 posts a week on there, and you can really see our progression. You can see what we've been doing, what we've been concentrating on, and we'd love for you to follow us on Instagram or Facebook. That would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be fun to see how things progress
Yes.
as the show gets,
Yes.
to the final creation.
Yes.
So, how would you recommend doing this to your friends?
Well, I would recommend that you join Asheville Junior Theater because it's so great, and I've grown so much as a person, and I have so many friends there. Like, pretty much all my friends are involved with Asheville Junior Theater, and it's really great. I love it so much.
Oh, well, that's good. So, Lion Girl, what about you?
So I would definitely recommend to my friends to join Asheville Junior Theater. I have grown so much doing the shows. I figured out things that I could do that I didn't know I could do before. The community is just amazing. Like she said, all my friends are at theater, and I have just grown to be a better person, and it's really amazing. The shows turned out to be great, and I just love doing it, and I would definitely recommend joining Asheville Junior Theater.
What were you most surprised to find out about yourself in this process of becoming the lion person and also being involved in theater? What surprised you most that you've learned about yourself?
Probably my acting and singing abilities that I didn't know I had before. Because before I did theater, I didn't know I could do that, and now doing theater, I know that I can.
That's fabulous. And you, the straw lady, straw man,
Yes.
what have you learned about yourself?
I have learned just in general that hard work really pays off because the directors and the kids put in so much hard work and make an amazing show. And I learned that if I practice, my singing and dancing and acting can get even better. So, yeah.
That's great. So let's go hear what the Tin Man has to say. What have you learned, and what would you tell your friends?
I've learned that I can actually sing sometimes, which is kind of crazy. I'm mostly a dancer. And like they said, it's truly just a community. And just being there with all those people and being there on late nights and knowing that all these people got your back and you're all working towards a similar goal.
So I never did any theater when I was a kid because I was terrified that I wouldn't remember the lines. So that was my main fear and why I never even ventured into doing anything that any of the schools, the school that I was at, put on. So did y'all ever have that fear?
And I still have that fear every show. It's just, every time.
Oh my God, I'm going to forget my lines.
Well, one of the things we like to say, and this was from a quote that I heard actually from my choreographer who's sitting over there, but she says, we practice until we cannot get it wrong. We don't just practice until we get it right. We practice till we can't get it wrong.
I see.
And so for our dances, we try to get them in the bodies of the children so they really get committed into their bodies and their muscle memory so that when they do get on stage and the nerves kick in, they can still do it.
Yeah,
And it's
that
really,
muscle memory comes in there.
And it's really at that point, you've practiced so much that when you get on the stage, it's really about just being out there having fun, and your body just kind of does it. And we hope that we've worked hard enough so that the kids can embody the characters and really take on that character and not be so in their head about nerves or otherwise, but instead be like, feel that they're the lion, the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, or Dorothy on the stage.
Oh, that's great. What a great experience.
Yes.
What a great learning experience. And it's fun at the same time.
Right. And one of the things that's so great that I have to say, since starting Asheville Junior Theater, I started for different reasons, but one of the side effects that's been so rewarding is the fact that we've changed a lot of lives of children. Mm-hmm. After every show, we have a cast party, and every single time we have parents crying after the cast party saying, you've had such a huge effect on my kid. I even had a parent come to us and say that my kid was headed down a terrible road, with depression and otherwise negative thoughts, and you've turned her life around and changed her forever. And that's amazing, that we're doing that for kids. So
that is fabulous. So I would say if you ever want to do some sort of little short clips and put it on the radio, we would love to have that like
well,
that
they
happen
did come
with-
today prepared to do a scene. Would you like them to just say a scene into the microphone?
Yes, that would be great.
Okay, great. Here we go. Get in character, guys. They're going to share a mic. Here we go.
Okay, and we're on camera too.
Great.
Yes.
All right, hit it.
The Wicked Witch has Dorothy trapped in her lair.
Start over.
Okay.
Is that your line?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
looking.
okay. You go ahead. Again. Start again. That's okay.
The Wicked Witch has Dorothy trapped in her lair.
What are we gonna do? How are we gonna get her out? It pains me to see her locked up in that horrible place.
Don't cry now. We haven't got the oil can with us, and, well, you've been squeaking enough as it is.
What's them? What's them?
They're Winkies, the witch's guard.
Get 'em away! Get 'em away!
Oh, I've got a plan how to get in there.
He's got a plan.
And you're gonna lead us.
Me?
Well, yeah, you.
All right, I'll go in there for Dorothy. Wicked Witch or no Wicked Witch, guards or no guards, I'll tear 'em apart. There's only one thing I want you fellas to do.
What's that?
Talk me out of it.
Yay! Great! I loved it.
Yay.
Y'all were having fun too, I can tell.
Yes.
Yes. So this is the Asheville Junior Theater presents The Wizard of Oz, the Youth Edition. This coming January 20th and 21st at Dinah Wortham Theater, 2 and 6 p.m. Some tickets are still available.
Yep.
And if you want to see what these kids look like, go to WPVM's Facebook page or the Junior Theater's Facebook
Yes,
page.
you can go to AshevilleJuniorTheater.com as well.
Yeah, and the video of this 3 talented actors and actresses will be there.
And also, one more thing is worthamarts.org is where you get the tickets. Yes, worthamarts.org.
Wortham or
Yes.
Arts. Okay, all right. We will return to our regular programming. Thank you so much for
Thank you
coming
for having
in. It
us.
was
Thank
such
you.
fun.
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Bye-bye.